Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. As you can see, I got Iron Patriot from Avengers Endgame. This is the one that comes with the Bro Thor heads for the Thor Build-A-Figure. So these are the figures that come in the wave, and you put them together to build Bro Thor. So anyways, let's take this figure out of the package and take a closer look. He looks fantastic in there. I love the paintwork. Let's see how he compares with some of the other Iron Mans. So we got him out of the package. Let's take a closer look. First of all, this does look pretty fantastic. Look at that red, white, and blue. He's got, of course, the silver on him for the metallic, but he does have some white paintwork in there and looks pretty phenomenal. He's really decked out and looks big. I mean, that is a lot of armor on this thing. So it's not as sleek as some of the other Iron Man armors, and we'll put all of those up at the end. So let's just take a look. He does have some rotation here in the armpit. And, you know, this piece does kind of move to give him a little bit more flexibility on the arm, which is kind of cool because it's flexible, so it doesn't hinder too much of the movement. This lower part of the arm really only has not even 90 degrees on that, but if you turn it inwards, you get a little bit more, but not too much. And it's just because he's really decked out and armored up. So he's got about that much room in the leg turn, and the knee, though, is 90 degrees, and he's got these really big boots that come down. And you know what these kind of remind me of? They remind me of maybe like the Robotech, you know, how like when the ships would turn into a robot. So he needs those for stability. The thing, oh, and his head, right, doesn't have hardly any movement on it at all. Just a little bit here and there. He does turn left and right, but that backwards motion is really stopped by this, keeping him from getting whiplash. So if he's in flight, he's not going to really be like looking too much ahead of himself, because I can't get that head to move up anymore. But he is pretty decked out and he is pretty armored. The thing I don't like about it is he's got these rockets, and of course they come off because they're supposed to be like inside, right? And then they would pop out if you're getting ready to fire those off. But it's kind of like just stuck onto the side. I wish they kind of had like a clip to hold them in place, because when I first took him out of the package, I just moved his arm like that and that came off. So, I mean, it's nice that they're removable, easily removable, but I wish that they had a little bit more stability so that if you just didn't bump into something, they wouldn't just fall off, because I can foresee myself losing something on the carpet for a couple of weeks until I just happen to step on it. So he does come with those accessories. You saw in the package, he had all that stuff behind him. It wasn't attached to him at all. It was actually in the packaging. So you have these pieces here that like were over his head. And, well, I think this one goes here. And this one goes here. Like that, because that's how it was, over the top of his head. So you can see that's just more firepower to let loose on. Then he's got these two pieces here, and you can see that there's some more room up here. Well, I should have looked at how they were in the package, but I'm gonna stick them up here like this. I think that makes more sense. So he's got that firepower just coming over the top of his head, and he looks pretty dangerous there, right? I mean, you don't want to mess with that guy at all. So I think that's really, really cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my classic Iron Man so you can see how he like matches up against him. I'm going to put down the Silver Centurion so you can see how Silver Centurion looks a little bit bigger. I'm also going to stick down this other movie Iron Man. This is what, Mark 7 or whatever. And then finally, what I want to do is I'll just move these guys to the back a little bit. And I'm going to put Iron Patriot up here with this version of War Machine. But anyways, there you go. I finally got him out of the package. And you know, it's always cool to have another armored character in your works. I mean, I'm building a little hall of armor as we speak. But the other cool part about it was I got these really cool Bro Thor heads. And just to finish off the video, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with them. I did have this Obi-Wan Kenobi figure that I took his vinyl cape and I gave it to a Jawa. And then I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I stuck Bro Thor's head on that Ben Kenobi? So what if they were remaking Star Wars today? Would Chris Helmsworth grow a beard and become the wise old Obi-Wan Kenobi to use the Force? Anyways, that's throwing a little bit of Star Wars in here. Let's not get too much into that. Here's the, once again, Iron Patriot in all his glory. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.